Welcome back, guys. In last video we discussed about how to create a SSRS report pointing to multidimensional databases, and we have seen a very simple report. And let's see, the report is still on the screen. Whatever you are seeing here, this is the same report. And now let's see creating a little bit more complex report than the last one. So that means having parameters and more stuff like that. So for the same I'm going, and remember again we're going to do using the same report wizard. So welcome to the report wizard page is open, and again I'm going for shared data source which I have created pointing to my cube, and click on next and back to query builder. So in this report, what I'm gonna do here is I'll take color into my parameters, and I'll take English product name here, and I'll take a couple of measures. Let's say sales amount, tax amount, and so on. Let me take another one, order quantity. Okay, this is pretty good. And I'll also add product category. I'm adding category name as the first one here, and also product subcategory. So let me add it in the middle of these two. Okay, here it is. Okay, now you can see product category, subcategory, and English product name, sales amount, and tax amount. I have five different columns selected. And if you have more than one cube in the data source that you have connected to, for example, cube underscore source, I pointed to cube for SSRS. This is the cube I have pointed to. This is the database I have pointed to. And I have only one cube under it, and the name of the cube is AdventureWorks DW. What if it has more than one cube in the database? So in that case, you can change the cube by selecting this option. You can see AdventureWorks DW, client 1 and client 2, these two are perspective. So you can change this option by selecting the button here. Okay, this is one useful option you can remember. Now as I told you, this is little bit complex report compared to the last one. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add which makes this report a complex one. So the first one, if you go and see the query here, this is a simple select statement in MDX. If you observe, this is the first part is columns part. I have a tax amount and sales amount and order quantity. All the three measures are grouped into a set. You can see the flower brackets here, right? This is the starting of the flower bracket, and let me select from there. This is the starting and this is the ending of the flower bracket. So this is a set of three measures. And here if you see one more set with English product category name, cross joining with subcategory name, cross joining with English product name, and these dimension properties, you can have it or you can remove it. So I don't like to have this stuff, so I'll remove it. On rows from AdventureWorks DW, and again the cell properties, you can have it or you cannot. You can remove it if you don't wish to. If you feel the query looks pretty complex or pretty confusing, you can remove it. And you can click on execute query to check the sample data that is present, that is going to retrieve for this particular query. Everything is set, and this is also button to execute query. This is to prepare the query. If you click it, it will go and prepare and check, okay, query preparation succeeded, it is fine. And going back to the design mode. Okay, I'm back in the design mode. This is called design mode. The last one, the previous one, is called as query mode. Now what we're going to discuss here is about the parameters option here. If you see equal to, I'm giving some default values. Let's say I'm selecting all. That means all colors are by default selected. And if I check this box, a parameter will be added. A parameter with the name color will be added. And if you see for this particular report, I'll show you once at the end. Now I'm going back to the design mode. Okay, query mode. And if you see the query, something extra stuff is added. this was the query earlier. Okay, this was the query up to here, from on columns from cube name, sorry, not up to here, up to rows from something stuff. Now if you see this, from a subquery is added. If you observe, this is called a subquery. A select statement inside that. This is the new select statement. Let me modify the query. Let me remove the unwanted stuff and make it more readable for you guys, which will be easy for you guys to understand. Okay. Now if you observe, it was like this. Instead of this part, it was AdventureBox DW. The cube name was there. Now a subquery is created. What this subquery will do? If you see the subquery, it is taking the value of the product color. Whatever the product color that user is gonna select, he is gonna get that value, and they're forming it to set. They're creating a set with that. Set is nothing but collection of members. Like yellow, blue and green will form a set. Yellow, red and blue will form a set. So they will get, I mean the server will get a string value, and the string will be converted to set, which is understandable by the MDX query. This set on columns from AdventureWorks DW, and they are constrained to the member. From this particular member, the value, the set should be formed from product underscore color. This will be automatically created when you check that box there. When you check the parameter box, this guy will be automatically created. So first what will happen is the complete cube, first this part will be executed. This guy will filter only the products that you, only the colors that you selected. Let's say you selected 3 colors, the 3 colors, it will slice the data, the cube, only for those 3 colors, and then this will be applied. I'll show you an example here. I mean, I don't want to confuse you guys. Okay, let's say this is my cube. Okay, now I have added a parameter called color, and user can select any color of his wish. Let's say user selected only one color, that is black. So, and assume the black color is only, let me take the different color. Okay, the black color data is only this part. Can you see where I'm writing that? Only this is black color in the cube. I mean the data that relates to the black color. Now what it will do is, the first at first this inner select statement will be executed, and this part of the cube will be filtered out, and this will be taken as a separate piece. And the outer query, the query that is present here up to here, will be executed on this particular part, not on the complete cube. Okay, as in our example, it is black color part. So the black color slice of the cube will be taken as source for the outer query. So that is how the MDX query executes here. The MDX query works here. Now let me take this pen out and let me go back to this. Okay, and now the parameter, everything is set. Now we understood how it executes. First the inner select will be executed and slices the cube, and the slice will be taken into consideration. The outer select will be executed on the sliced data which is produced by the inner query. Okay, now let me remove these drawings, click on next, and again the same stuff. If you go back, if you come back here again, if you see, the stuff is same like matrix or the design of the report here. Now let me add category to these groups, subcategory and product name to these groups, details, amount and so on to this one, and you need to have at least one column. So let me add subcategory to the columns here, and enable drill down, let it enable. Click on next, next, and second report with cube. Okay, I'll make it as MDX, the common one. and click on finish. And if you see, a parameter will be created with the name product color. The product color, and it allows multiple values. This is what I have said there, which visible, and available values it is saying as product color, and default value is also product color dot all. This is the one I have selected. But the available values, it is getting values from a query, but I have not designed any query for this. There is no separate data set created for this, right? I have not created a data set for this particular uh, parameter. But what SSRS will do is, what SSRS server will do is, it will automatically create a parameter, a data set for this parameter, and I will show you where it creates and how it creates. So first let me do one thing. Let me modify this guy. I'll name it as sales info, and this is category wise. I'll increase the sales amount size, tax amount size, and quantity. Let me set all these three to the right align. I'm designing the report a little bit to bring a good look and feel, and this particular header I'll make it as center align. Where you want to show this header, the header should, this is common for all this stuff, so let it be in the center, and English product name fine, and English subcategory, this is also fine, and I also enable the drill down. Let's see how the report looks. This is perfect, right? Under bike racks you have only one, there should be this guy has more than one value, and when you collapse it, nothing will be shown, only the total value is shown here, and here only one under this. So if you observe, a drill down report is created, and also a parameter is created. Under this parameter you have all the values. You can select, for example, if you want to filter only black color products, you can select the black and click on filter or view report, so that you can see it is filtered based on the black color. So this is as easy as this, adding the parameters to your reports which you are generating, pointing to multi-dimensional cube databases. And if you observe, this is perfect. When you collapse it, all the values will be summed up, and when you expand, it will be splitted and shown next to the value. And a little bit more design part. What I am gonna do here is, again I'll change the format part. This format is not looking good, so let me change it to two decimal values. Yeah, and even this one to 2 decimal. And now if you see this, it looks better than the earlier one. Now if you see the column, we have given a column group. Under accessories, it splits the sales amount, tax amount, order quantity, and under bikes you have all the stuff, and under clothing you have all the three. So like that it is split for each and every category item. We have three categories: accessories, clothing, and bikes, and it's splitting the data based on all. The important part here is the drill down is implemented without any difficulty, and the parameters. Now let's see where this data set that is retrieving data, that is providing data for the parameter, that is not shown here, that is not available here. So where is that? This is not the data set. This is the main data set which is getting the data to this particular report based on the parameter value selection. So to see that, if you see the data source, you have an option called show hidden data sets. If you select this, a hidden data set is created, and if you have 10 parameters, for each parameter there will be one hidden data set created. So you have to be very careful while working on MDX. This is not the case in SSRS. SSRS pointing to relational database, but in MDX it will create hidden data sets. So you have to be very careful with this, and this hidden data set will have on MDX query. You can see this MDX query, which will give you the caption, unique name, ordinal, and all that relates to this particular product dot color. So it will get you all the information that is related to the color. For example, if you see, this is null, and parameter caption is all, and value is product dot color dot all, and level is 0. This is the first level, and this is the second level. I told you, right, attribute is hierarchy by default with two levels. One is all level and another one is members level. So this is all level, that is 0, and this is the members. And you can see this is color, and this is the parameter caption, and this is the value, parameter value. You can use either this or this to show to the users. Generally people use parameter caption and value field as value. And if you, this is where the data set will be. It will be always hidden. So be careful. If you select this option, the data set will be shown. And if you go to the properties of this product color parameter, if you see, the value field is parameter value. This is fine. That means product.color.all or product.color.black and so on. Parameter caption intended. This is the one which will show the values like all, black, yellow, blue, like that. And what is this parameter caption and parameter caption indented? What is the difference between these? Let me show you that. If I select the parameter caption, and you can see the difference here, there is no gap between the text, the checkbox and the color. Okay, there is no gap between these. All are aligned in one line. 0th level item and 1st level item, everything is aligned to one line. Whereas if you go to this second option, that is parameter caption indented, it will be designed in such a way that 0th level will be at 1st level, and it will be like staircase. This is 1st level, and if you have more values under black, like level 2, it will be starting from somewhere here. So it's like a staircase or a hierarchy case. Okay, so that is the difference. If you want to show, if you want to bring good look and feel for that, for the parameter values, you can select this, or else you can go for parameter caption, which will list all the values in the same starting point, from the same starting point. So this is how you can create report. And let me show you one more thing here. If you go back to the data set, and this is your data set, query designer, this is fine. If you go to the query, there is a @product color. This is the parameter that is created by default when you check the option here. When you check this parameter option, this particular parameter code is written by the server. Now how to modify it? If you want to modify it, you can go to the query parameters here. You can see the product color is the parameter name, and dimension is product, color is so and so, and is multi-value is one option. If you don't want, you can uncheck this is multi-value. And default value, by default we have given all, right? So let me select black here. So this is where you can select the options for these multi-value and default values. So this is fine. Now you can see the black is selected, and this multi-value is not yet selected, not yet set. Why? Because this parameter is already created and you need to modify here also. But while creating the data set for first time, if you uncheck that multi-value, then it will not be selected, it will not be shown. Like this it will be the case. So black, if you select blue, it will show the blue values. So this is how you can go for multi-values or single values parameter, single valued parameter reports pointing to SSRS cube using report wizard. And I've done one mistake here. It is not second, it is the spelling wrong. So this is second report with MDX. Hope you understood the concepts of creating SSRS reports pointing to cube database using report wizard. I've shown you two reports. One is simple and another one is complex. And in simple report is just the data set I created and designed a simple report. And in complex one I showed you how to create multi-valued parameters, single valued parameters, and also where the parameter queries will be hidden and drill down option for your report. That's it for this video, and in next video we are going to create reports using SSRS, pointing to SSRS cubes by writing your own MDX queries. That will be interesting. Catch the next video too. Thank you guys.